Hi Birdies, how are you? It's been a while. It's been maybe a month since I did a last recording, and here I am back in LA for a little bit. My friend Connor jokes that I'm on my world tour this year, but actually, it's really rare that I travel this much in a year. But today, I wanted to bring over some of my passport, TN passport journal, I guess. This is my Tamagotchi. Maybe you'll. Oh, it's playing around. So cute. Okay, I'm gonna keep an eye because I don't want it to die. I just started a new. Anyways, yeah, I did a TN like standard flip through last time, but my last few trips to around were to Hawaii and to New York, and those were much shorter trips. And on those trips, I decided to pack my passport TN instead of bring a whole standard size, because it was, I think for Hawaii it was 5 days, and for New York I was there for basically only the weekend. So Saturday, yeah, Saturday through Monday. So instead of like starting a whole TN insert that was like too many pages, I decided to do a passport size and basically use that to journal and put some ephemera in there. I figure like I would be running around more, so I wouldn't have time to journal as much, and I was kind of right. So I'm gonna show you a flip through of, I guess, like my setup a little bit, and then this is my Hawaii insert, and then this is my New York insert, and we'll do a quick flip through. So I'm gonna put this here. This is currently holding just a notebook that I take notes in. This is the Passport Navy, the Mossberger edition that Esther Molina kindly grabbed for me when it released. When they dropped the news, they were like, "Oh, you can order on Mossberger's site," and I was like, I took like a few minutes to decide, and I was like, "Okay, hi Esther, can you get it for me, please?" She's like, "No problem, I ordered it." It's a navy cover with a very like pretty silver emboss, and it's like a matte kind of silver, so often it looks white on the screen, but it's actually silver, slightly warm silver, I would say. And this little graphic is really like minimalist kind of illustration, and I really enjoy it. And even though it's like a franchise of like fast food, Mossberger, I like this that it says like mountain, ocean, and sun, because it's kind of like going outdoors and traveling, and kind of that like traveling vibe, I guess, for Traveler's Notebook. So I got this in this 2023 February, and I started using it when I came back. So I brought it to Hawaii with me, and also New York. And in the back there's a Mossberger emboss here, but it's actually quite light compared to other like collab emboss. I'm gonna show you the Moomin one here. So like Moomin is like just Moomin, like super like dark and like impressed, but the Mossberger one for some reason is like quite light. I think it could go deeper. But anyways, this cover came in camel and navies, and I just can't pass off on navy. And then on the charm side, we have a little Swirlix acrylic charm, and I forgot the name like momentarily. Wood charm. This is the dark one. I have a light version too, and this is a beer charm to match with one of my best friends. Okay, inside I have put the I forget what the exact names sometimes escape me. Zipper case, canvas zipper case, and I have some stickers in here. I put stickers in the pockets. I always like to have the folder, the craft folder, and then I put my vaccination card, as you saw, and and also postage stamps. And sometimes I'll put the pencil board in here. This is just a random notebook for note keeping, but usually I'll have the insert that I'm traveling with in here. And then this is a plastic zipper case where I put stickers that I'll use during my trip. And then sometimes I leave one of the pockets empty so I can put like the trash in here, so I'm not littering when wherever I'm traveling to. All right, camera, can you focus, please? Yeah. And this is my pencil board. And in here, I've actually cut some, not this one. I've actually cut some like business card size watercolor scrap paper. So if I see some friends during my travels, I'll ask them to sign it and I'll put it into one of my TN inserts. Yeah, so this is pretty much my passport setup when I go on little trips. I really love having both like just a little bit of stickers in here, and especially having some postage stamps on me, because I love sending postcards whenever I travel. The only downside I think about the passport compared to the standard is that I can't put I can't put postcards inside the passport size as easily as the standard size. So yeah, oh, this is a charm from a necklace. It's a Millefiori glass from Italy. Yeah, so this is my little TN setup when I went to Hawaii and New York. And now we'll do the flip through. So these are kind of like I tried to journal with them kind of differently. So they're both kind of thin and they're both homemade. The thing with the Hawaii one is like it's really crammed. You'll see like the difference. The New York one, I tried to do like a more minimalistic look, and it is, I would say, more minimalistic in terms of journaling. So you'll see this one. You'll see the difference. I went to Hawaii for a convention, and I was very fortunate to stay with Tio is drawing, and so I didn't have to like. My trip this time was not as like, I would say not as touristy as usual, because I got to just stick around and kind of like just like live with a local, right? So I didn't like go to like Honolulu to like shop at the district or shop at the malls or anything, but it was just nice to like have that home feel and kind of like go around with Tio to where he lives, and just we did run some chores together, and I was just like, oh, this is so fun. I just want to like experience just a day-to-day life, I guess. Oh, and so I did go to the anime convention with him. So these are all the business cards and stickers that I've gathered. And then at KawaiiCon, there was a stamp rally. This is Tio's stamp. I was like, my dad. There was a stamp rally, and I was happy to participate in it. And that's where I made the tiger stamp. Actually, it's here on my desk. This is why I made the tiger stamp. I'll put that back. And I collected a few business cards of people's stamps and artists that I bought from. It's really cute. I love like some of these like business cards are so cute, and I really made a conscious effort this time, even though it was like really busy, to try to remember all the friends who came by and like write a little bit about them so I can remember better who I met, because when you go to the convention it's just like a blur. It's just like, what happened? Who did I meet? I met you? Well, wait, what's your art? So that's what, like, I put a little bit more effort into like writing about people, basically. Yeah, you can see like this is like really small writing on like this passport side. It's so like stuffed. And then here are some masking tapes. We traded, and people came by with stickers and such. I used these little rub-on stickers for the dates. Yoseka surprise! Thank you, Joy and Erin. And then, yeah, basically you can see like there's just, I just like basically wrote everything. It was like, dear diary, today this, and then there's also like writing about emotions as well. But it's like a very packed, like kind of journal. And I put a lot of business cards and then like airplane ephemera here. There's like snacky packaging here. And this is it. And then I write the place and then the date of the trip. Yeah. So even though it was a short trip, I was able to stuff a lot of things in here, I think. But it did take me a little while to like get back to this and like finish off my thoughts, because I really wanted to make sure I noted the places and people I hung out with to try to remember people better. Yeah, because I don't do that many conventions anymore, so I just like, I thought I should make an effort to like remember people and basically my feelings about what was like to be back to my first convention since basically 2019. And it was really fun. Thank you, Hawai'i. It was like it was a really good experience. Yeah, and I wrote a lot of feelings in here about like art and creativity and what it means to be an artist in the community. So I was glad to have this little space where I can explore those feelings. Oh, and this cover is a cardboard box sleeve of a Opus 88 pen, fountain pen, and it's like a very nicely like debossed. So I decided to use it to make a cover, and I just thought it looks like waves, so it's perfect for Hawaii. Yep. Overall, it was a really nice time. And here's my New York one. Very different. More like minimalist. It's almost like a Muji feel almost. A little bit of stamping. This is Yo tape, PET tape, and again Yo here. And I wrote in gel pen New York and then the date. So my New York trip was very, very short, and I went with my partner Karen. But while we were planning our trip, I would message Yoseka and ask Daisy, the shop owner, if she was gonna be there on those days that I was visiting, just so I don't miss her. And she later invited me to do a little pop-up. It was a bit last minute. So my trip was, in my mind, I was gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna go to Yoseka every day, all the days. And then Karen was like, we have to do New York things. And I was like, you're right, we have to do New York things. So I'll go to Osaka one day. And then I was invited to do the pop-up. And that was 2 days of Osaka. So it worked out, right? So this is for the pop-up, I also designed the stamp that I explained in the previous video. I stayed with my friend Annie. Thank you for hosting, Annie. And she has a very extensive rubber stamp collection that I got to use. So I filled out some spaces that were kind of blurry from my own stamping. Oh yeah, I really like this look. I like purposely did this like glassine page with a stamp behind. And then these are some tickets. So for this one, also the Hawaii one, I also, did I do it for the Hawaii one? I'm not sure. But for this New York trip, I did it for the Asia days. In the front, I did basically like point form of the days I was there. And there's some lyrics here from a song. So 29th, 30th, and then 1st. I wrote like tiny notes of what happened on each day, so I can come back to it and like journal sequentially as I go. And then again, these are all stamps from Annie. I decided, well, you can tell it's very like minimalistic, so these are some restaurant places I went to, and then I covered it if it's too busy. Like little doodles of my desserts. This yummy. Yeah, I just made sure to take space, because usually when I journal, I kind of like fill the whole thing and there's like no breathing space. But for the New York one, I made sure to like leave some edges in the margin, not fill it from top to bottom. So even here you can see I kind of started like quarter of the way through the page and just write a little bit. Yeah, I really had fun exploring this kind of journal, even like a blank page here. I had a lot of fun exploring this kind of style because it's very different from what I do, but I love how airy it is. I like having the breathing room. This is a sketch I did on one of the subway rides. And then more stamping here. I stamped all of these in one go, like before I even journaled. So it's making, like I stamped it making sure that I knew I would have enough space to write. And then this is a postcard from that I sliced from a restaurant. Yeah. A lot of these are mixed paper. Little ducky, apple. And this is basically it. Like there's a lot of space, but this was kind of what I was going for in my mind, and I really like how it came out, honestly. It's like not too busy, and there's enough information to just for me to remember. And then more lyrics here. So some of the pages are not even completely relevant to the trip. Yeah. Which one did you like better? Do you like it super stuff? Oh, this one is like a Japanese notebook paper. I forget which, but I ripped out a notebook and then like cut it into size. And then this one's full of MD paper, Tomoe River paper, and I think bank paper. Yeah, I feel like I was able to achieve like very different styles here, and I don't know, I like both. I don't mind both. What do you think? Which one do you like? And what type of journals do you keep? Do you think you're like a page filler, or do you just like write a few things at a time and leave the space for something, like leave the space for negative space? Let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed my passport flip through. So this is my passport inserts, and I'm looking forward to explore more journaling because there's more traveling to be done this year. But it's been really fun to explore different journaling methods and seeing like how it can incorporate in different kinds of trips, and how I can, I guess, prioritize writing my thoughts and recording my life as I go. Yeah, let me know if you have any thoughts on that. If you are a maximalist journaler like this Hawaii insert, or are you more like minimalist like this New York insert? Well, I will see you guys again soon, and I hope you take care. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.